Hey Carlos, can I ask you to run a quick little favor for me before you get home? I need you to go out and get us some chicken for dinner. Oh, and toilet paper as well, please.
Got it. Is there anything else you want besides the chicken? Anything else we might need around the house or for dinner or anything?
No, I think we probably should be fine. Just make sure to get the skinless chicken, okay?
Well, I can just cut the skin off any cut of chicken that we get, you know.
I know, but we're not going to use it all tonight. And what if I need to use some of it for lunch or something while you're out?
Right, okay then. I guess I'll make sure to get the skinless chicken then. Didn't we also need some fruits? Maybe I can get some bananas or strawberries or something? Although I guess the berries could end up being a little acidic.
Right, yeah, whatever. Get what you want. I just wanted to mention the toilet paper and chicken.
No problem at all. By the way, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really tired, Carlos, the same way that I've been feeling for a while now. I feel like I've just been so exhausted ever since I got pregnant. And it also feels like I'm going to the toilet every 30 minutes or something.
I see. Maybe it would be better for you if you got up and moved around a little bit? I mean, even the doctor said that you might feel a bit better if you got a bit more movement in, right?
He was just telling me that because he thought I was putting on a little weight. But it's no big deal, really. Besides, when I do walk, I feel like I just get immediately exhausted. And I don't really think that working myself to that point is going to be good for the baby.
I guess so, yeah, but you can still just move until you get tired and then stop, right? Maybe you and I can go on a walk together on one of my days off. I mean, I feel like you've practically been nocturnal ever since you got pregnant. Maybe getting a little bit more sunlight now and then would do you some good.
I'm not nocturnal. I get up around noon and still see plenty of daylight. Thank you very much.
I know, but once you come out of your room to eat your first meal of the day, you just go back into the bedroom.
Well, I'm pregnant, Carlos. I don't know what more you want from me.
Samantha, I'm sure that being pregnant makes it more difficult to move, but you still need to keep up your strength and take care of yourself. I don't think I'm being unreasonable by saying that it might do you a little good to move around just a bit more.
I think that the best thing that I can do for myself is to rest, Carlos. You have no idea how stressful it is not being to live life like I used to. Do you really think that I'm just using this pregnancy as an excuse to do nothing? Don't you think there's so much that I want to do but I can't?
I'm sorry, I really wasn't trying to imply any of that at all. I'm just a little worried about you is all.
Well, why don't you go and worry about yourself and let me handle myself? You're not pregnant, so I don't want to hear your opinion of what I should and shouldn't be doing.
You're right, Samantha. I was out of place to be saying that to you.
Actually, I just remembered to tell you this now. But I've decided to go to my parents' place to have the kid.
You want to go back to your hometown? Well, that's fine, but it would mean that I probably wouldn't be able to get there for you when you gave birth.
I know, but you're going to be seeing the baby a lot more after I have it. So it's not really a big deal.
I guess that's one way to put it, yes. But you do know that I would way rather be there with you in person when you had it, right?
Well, I don't really see what good it would do to me to have you there or not. It's not like you can take any of the discomfort from me. Either way, it'll be good for me to be with my parents and have some help, since once I come back home, I'll be having to do all the child rearing while you're at work.
Samantha, you know that I'm more than willing to use my vacation time to be there when you need me to. Like you said, this is our kid and I want to raise it together with you.
You don't need to do anything like that at all, Carlos. You just focus on working hard and I'll focus on the kids, okay?
But Samantha, this is our first kid together. I mean, I want to take that time off. I want to be by your side and raise this kid together.
And I'm telling you that you don't need to be taking off any work to do that. You can see the kid before and after work, right? No offense, but you've gotten way more annoying ever since I got pregnant. You need to give me a bit more space and stop pretending like we have an equal say in what goes on when I'm the pregnant one.
I'm really sorry that you feel that way, Samantha. I guess I just got a little overexcited to be having this kid is all. And I feel like I haven't been able to do anything in terms of being there for you. I just feel bad because I feel like you're doing this all by yourself.
Well, I'm the mother, so I would be doing this all by myself either way.
Right. Of course. Well, in that case, I'll quit making comments about what you could be doing.
As you should. This is a really delicate time for me, and it won't be good for the baby if I'm stressed out all the time. So if you want to make sure that this baby and I are healthy, you can start by minding your own business. Hey Carlos, I was just curious, what time were you going to be coming home tonight? Because it's already 10. So if you're going to be out this late, the least you could do is give me some heads up.
I'm really sorry I couldn't get a message out to you sooner. I've been at the office this whole time doing overtime.
I see. Well, I just wanted to let you know that I ended up having dinner delivered because I was so hungry.
And that's okay. I really am sorry that I wasn't able to say anything about this to you sooner.
Well, it's not just that you didn't tell me you were working late, you know? You told me that you were going to come home and clean up the living room, remember? And change the sheets in the bedroom too.
I know, I really am sorry about all of this, but I'm about to head home soon and then I'll take care of that.
You mean you're still in the office right now?
Yeah, I think I maybe have another hour before I'll be able to go home.
Wow, so you're seriously going to keep me waiting that long because you couldn't finish your work on time? Well, I'm not going to be waiting up for you. I'm going to bed. In dirty sheets, I might add. Sheets that were supposed to be clean by now. Or is it just your way of trying to tell me that I need to be doing more around the house even though I'm pregnant?
I wasn't saying that at all, but it would really help me out a lot if you at least did something while you were at home all day.
There it is. The truth finally comes out. I guess carrying a literal baby isn't enough for you, is it, Carlos? Do you really think I can make a bed when my stomach is like this?
I guess not. But you could strip the bed and throw the sheets into the washing machine at least, right? Then I could make the bed when I got back home.
You really are just pathetic, you know that? What kind of man can't even take care of his pregnant wife? You seriously expect the woman in your life to do all the work for you? You know that I can barely even more in the state that I'm in.
But you're still going out all of the time, though.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
I mean, just last week, you went out to go have lunch with your friends, remember? You keep telling me that you're too weak to do anything around the house or even go for a walk. But then you go out of the house when it's something fun like that.
So now I'm supposed to be feeling guilty for having one day where I don't feel like crap and do something fun for myself? I guess you'll want me to kiss the ground you walk on when you get home too, huh?
Samantha, please, that's not what I'm saying at all. I don't appreciate you talking to me like this. Look, I'm going to try and get home as fast as I can, and let's just talk about this in person then, okay?
I already told you that I'm not going to wait up for you. I'm going to sleep soon, so you can do all the overtime you want as far as I care. I'll be going back to my parents' place this weekend, by the way.
Oh, really? I thought that you weren't going to see them until next month.
Well, it's clear to me that staying here any longer is just going to stress me out. It'll be best if I just go to my parents and stop having so much to worry about. Because clearly, you don't understand how hard it is to be pregnant.
I really am sorry that I've been causing you so much stress, Samantha. Can I at least drive you to the airport? What time is your flight going to be?
Aren't you going to be working? I think I can get myself to the airport just fine, thank you very much.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to see you for months once you're gone. At least let me do this for you.
No, I'm just going to ask a friend to take me instead. I don't need you to get me there, got it? I don't even want to see you until I've gotten back.
Hey, Samantha, is everything okay with you over there? You should have already given birth, but I haven't heard anything from you at all. I just wanted to make sure that everyone is happy and healthy.
Don't you know that the baby isn't always guaranteed to be born on the day the doctors say?
Well, yes, I know that, but you haven't told me anything about how you've been since you left. I mean, it's already been over a week since the doctor's expected date.
Well, I'm fine, and the baby still isn't here, okay? I'll let you know when I've had it.
Right. Well, I just wanted to let you know that I have a long weekend next weekend. Was wondering if I could go and visit you there. I could bring you some stuff from home that you might need or just get to see you.
What are you talking about? Just why do you think that you'd be here, huh?
Well, because I want to be there and see our child.
Yeah, you don't have to go and do that for me. I'm still mad at you and I don't want to see you at all.
You mean about me asking for a little more help around the house? But I thought that I already apologized for that.
It's not just that. It's just that you were just meant to mean back at home even though I was pregnant. And you would always look at me like you were so disappointed in me even though none of this is my fault.
But still, don't you think that it's just a little much to tell me that you don't even want to see me?
I think that I should be worrying about myself right now. And I won't have time to babysit you while you're here.
I'm not asking you to babysit me or anything. I'm offering to go so that I can be there for you and help out however I can. I just want to see you and chat a little is all.
Well, if you think you want to see me, then you can just tell me them right now. In fact, just hold it all until I get home. I don't even want to have to think about you until then. Just don't talk to me until I've had the kid and things have settled down.
So you really don't even want me messaging you until then?
Are you seriously going to make me repeat myself, Carlos? I could be having this kid any moment and you're seriously trying to make this all about you and your feelings? Don't talk to me and talk to my parents. Just mind your own business until I reach out to you or else there's going to be serious hell to pay. Hey Carlos, it's been a while since we last talked.
Hey Samantha, I was wondering when I was finally going to hear from you again. It's been about 3 months since you went home to be with your parents, and do you know when you're going to be coming back? I assume that you've finally given birth now, right?
Yeah, I'm really sorry for not reaching out sooner, Carlos. The thing is that I had our baby, but it died. I'm so sorry to tell you this. I know that it's sudden, but I just couldn't put off telling you this any longer.
I see.
That's it? That's all you have to say about this?
Pretty much, yeah.
What's the matter with you? You hear that your baby has died and that's all you have to say? You could at least pretend to be sad.
I don't really see what the point of pretending along with you would be.
Oh, I see what this is about. You're just mad at me because I asked you to give me a little space until I had the kid. And even now that you hear he died, you still want to make this all about you. You really just are pathetic.
Yeah, I guess so.
Come on, is that all you have to say for yourself? You really don't care at all that our baby is dead? I never knew that you could be such a cruel, horrible person. I don't know if I can ever go back to living with you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should probably just break up, Samantha.
Well, fine then, it's decided. I can't be with a man who hears that his kid has died and he doesn't even care. I'm going to leave you, take half your stuff, and never think of you again. Go get the divorce papers ready for me and send them to my parents once you've signed them.
Oh, I agree that we should divorce, but you are not going to get a cent from me.
You mean you're not going to split up our assets even though we're getting divorced?
That's right. In fact, you're going to have to pay me for the affair you've been having.
What on earth are you talking about? You seriously think that I've been cheating on you? I've been pregnant this whole time, so how would that even work?
You were never pregnant at all, Samantha.
What are you talking about? Did you see how big my stomach was getting?
I know, but that was just you gaining weight. And even then, it's not like your stomach even ever got that big, really.
Well, sometimes there are pregnancies that hardly ever show throughout the whole time.
I know that, but the fact is that you just weren't pregnant. In fact, I hear that you're on a diet and going to the gym every day now.
You have no idea what you're talking about at all. You can't just accuse me of things I'm not doing.
Don't worry, Samantha. The truth is that I've known you've been cheating on me since before you went back home. I knew all about it.
You're crazy, Carlos. You need to stop this now.
Your friends told me that you were going out to meet some guy while I was at work. At first, I didn't believe it. Maybe I just didn't want to believe it. But then they showed me pictures of you out with this guy, and I finally had to accept the truth.
No, it wasn't what it looked like. It was just out of context.
That's what I thought too, but some of the photos they showed me went far beyond that. I really did think that you were pregnant though, so I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to put you through the stress of being caught in case it did anything to hurt the baby.
Those pictures are all fake. They're all just AI generated. They're deep fakes. You can't trust what you see anymore. My friends are just jealous that we're married and going to have kids, and that's why they did that.
I really don't think that your friends are those kinds of people. I was really worried when you wanted to be with your parents though. But I knew what was really happening when you told me not to contact you or them. So I hired someone to follow you, and I found out that not only were you not pregnant, but you were still carrying on your affair.
But I really was pregnant with... I first told you that I was.
Maybe you were, but I'm sure that it was never my kid. You were going to try and make me raise another man's child, weren't you? All because the kid's real father didn't want anything to do with you anymore, is that right?
Please, I'm so sorry. I just thought that you wanted to be a father. That's why I didn't say anything.
I really just can't believe you, Samantha. You thought that you could make me do anything if I thought you were pregnant. And so even when you lost the pregnancy, you still kept up the act. You lazed around the house all day, not helping or doing anything at all.
Please, it wasn't like that at all.
Yet, yes it was. I already know the truth, so don't try and lie to me. You were going to keep up this charade until we got divorced. Then you were going to take my money and run, weren't you?
You don't understand. It isn't that the other man walked away. It's that he's making me do this. He won't let me walk away. He knows that you have money and he's the one that made me lie to you.
And you still chose to go home and be with him instead of me, is that right? You made your bed. Now it's time to lie in it.
Please, you can't do this to me. Can't we just calm down and try to talk about this in person?
I don't want to talk to you in person about this at all. But I did make sure to call your mom and tell her about what's happened.
Wait a second. My parents know about this?
That's right. I told them about the affair, the pregnancy, how you left me, all of it. Your mom apologized to me, said how ashamed she was of you, and then said that they would never speak to you again.
How could you do that to me?
I didn't do anything but tell your parents the truth. If you want someone to blame for this, look in the mirror.
But I told you it's not my fault. I have to do what I'm told or else.
You literally went to him of your own volition. You walked away from this marriage and were ready to end it until a moment ago. You have no idea the shock you put me through with all of this. I don't owe you anything now, Samantha. After that, Samantha tried catching the first flight back and went to her old house. But when she arrived, there was nobody at home waiting for her. Later, she would get a call from my lawyer explaining to her exactly what she was being sued for. She had gone back to her parents in the meantime and had to beg them to let her back in the house. A day later, I showed up with the divorce papers and they forced Samantha to sign them without putting up a fight. Then, her parents told her that they wanted her out of the house and to never see her again. I have no idea what happened to Samantha after that. As for the man she was seeing, I heard that he went into hiding once he found out that Samantha was caught and that his scam had failed.
Hey, sweetie, whereabouts are you? Are you on your way home from work yet? Only I can't help but have a massive craving for some watermelon. It would honestly be so nice right now that I would be forever in your debt if you could get me one. LOL.
Yeah, I'm about to leave work. I'll pick you one up on the way home.
Oh, thank you. Me and Miss Bump here thank you greatly and love you lots. We don't know what we would do without you. LOL.
Uh-huh.
Can you believe that we are literally only weeks away from being parents? It's crazy. I'm honestly freaking out a little bit because I feel like I have no clue what to do when the baby is born. I've been reading all of these birthing books and all about how to look after a baby, but I still feel like I'm underprepared. Like I'm forgetting something, you know?
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's definitely scary.
Tell me about it. I don't know how I'm going to be when I actually go into labor. All that blood and pain and crying. It's going to be a nightmare.
Blood?
Yeah, and then after that is when the actually hard part starts. We'll have to look after and care for an actual baby. An actual tiny human being will be relying on us to get it to adulthood in one piece. I don't know how I've managed to do that myself, let alone getting a baby there. LOL. But the worst part will be the nappies. They are going to be awful. Good job I've got you to help me out there, huh?
That's where you're wrong.
Huh?
I draw the line at changing nappies. I'm definitely not going to be doing that. It's your job. You're the mom, so you have to change all the diapers.
I was just having a joke with you before, but there's no chance that I'm going to be the only one changing our daughter's diapers. You're going to have to do it too, you know.
No way. I'm not changing smelly, messy diapers. It's not happening.
So what are you going to do when you're watching our daughter and she fills her nappy? Huh? You can't just leave her in a dirty nappy, as that's how she'll get nappy rash. She'll need changing and you'll have to do it.
I'll just ask someone else to do it.
You can't ask a random stranger to look after our daughter and change her nappy. You are her father, so you'll have to take responsibility and do it yourself.
Well, tough. I'm not gonna do it. I'm also not gonna be getting up in the middle of the night if she wakes up screaming and crying.
And why is that?
Because I'm a very important and busy man, and I won't have time to look after a screaming child for hours on end in the middle of the night. You'll have to make her be quiet and relatively quickly so that I don't lose too much sleep.
Okay, from the looks of things, we really need to have a good long chat about what it means to be a parent. Obviously, you think that you can just lump all of the chores and difficult aspects of raising a baby onto me, and me alone. I can't be the only one taking care of our daughter. You're going to have to help out too.
I do help out, and I get the money, I'm the one who works, and make sure we actually have a roof over our heads, and 4 walls to stay in. Without me, you'd be destitute on the streets.
That's not true at all. Before getting pregnant, I was working a really well-paying job, and I had a lot of options to progress in my chosen career. However, I decided to have this baby with you when I found out that I was pregnant, because I love you, and I want to start a family with you. I thought you loved me as well, but with how you're talking, it doesn't sound too true at the moment.
No, don't overreact. I love you, you know I do. But I didn't choose to have this baby. You did. You want it, then you have to look after it. I can't be doing that as well as working. I'll have no time for myself if I do all of that.
So, when am I supposed to have time for myself if I've got a baby to look after full-time and no husband to help me out with things?
As the mom, you don't get time for yourself. You've got a baby to look after.
Do you even hear yourself right now? You sound so selfish and conceited.
Whatever, I'm just telling you the fact of the matter, and that is that you're the one who needs to stay home and take care of the baby whilst I can do whatever I want.
Oh, that is so not happening.
I've got to go. I need to actually start driving home so that I'm not stuck at work all night, okay?
Fine, but this conversation is so not over.
Uh-huh, sure, whatever. See you soon.
Bye. Sean, where are you? You were supposed to finish work ages ago. How come you're not back yet? Nothing's happened, has it? You're okay, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, about that. I decided that I didn't really feel like dealing with a pregnant you, especially considering that I have to go to work tomorrow, so I've decided not to come home tonight.
What? Please tell me you're joking. You can't just ditch me.
No, I'm not joking. I'm not coming home tonight. And I don't know if I'll come back at all these next few weeks whilst you're getting ready to have the baby. I don't want to have to deal with a heavily pregnant wife whilst trying to work as well. It's just way too exhausting.
Well, where are you then?
I'm just at my mom's house.
Seriously?
Yeah, oh, and she totally agrees with me, by the way. She thinks that it's kind of rude of you to demand that I help out with all the cleaning and stuff with the baby when it's born, when I've been at work all day. She said that considering you're the wife, and that you should be the one to cook and clean and look after the baby, I shouldn't have to do a woman's work, to be honest.
Woman's work? What on earth are you on about? Taking care of a house is not woman's work. If two people live in it, like we do, then it's up to both members of the couple to keep it clean and tidy and looking nice. And that goes double for looking after a baby. I'm really going to need your help and support when our daughter arrives, which will include tidying up any mess that she makes or helping me with the housework when it arises. Besides, it's not even like you're the only one who works. I'd understand and take a bit more responsibility if I was a stay-at-home wife who had time to clean and stuff during the day. But the fact of the matter is, I have a job too. I might be on maternity leave at the minute, but that doesn't make my work any less important than yours.
Well, whatever. I'm tired and stressed, and all I want to do is have a nice, relaxing evening after work. I knew if I came home, then I wouldn't be able to do that, as you just keep nagging me over and over again to look through the baby books again and to plan out how I'm going to help take care of the baby. It's annoying, and I've seriously had enough of it.
Seriously? Having a baby is annoying to you? Well, I can't wait to see how you behave when she's actually born.
Look, I'm done talking about this. I'm staying at my mom's tonight, so don't bother coming to get me. Got it?
Fine then. And don't worry. I wasn't going to beg you for anything. Not anymore. I can clearly see what you think of me and our baby, and that you're not going to help me anyway.
Well, who knows? Maybe if you beg me to come back home and apologize for how you've been acting, I might do so.
What do you mean, beg you to come home?
I mean exactly what I said. If you actually apologize for being a demanding and frankly annoying wife, then I might consider coming back home tonight. Or at the very least, I won't stay at my mom's house until the baby's born. After all, I would like to sleep in my bed again before then. It's much more comfortable.
Hang on a minute. You mean to tell me that you want me to turn around and beg for you to come home? And on top of that, you want me to apologize for telling you that you have to take care of our daughter?
Well, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, what kind of wife goes on and on and on about her husband needing to help her out? You honestly make yourself sound like an incapable toddler. Can you seriously not do anything for yourself?
I'm the incapable one? Says the man who gets into a huff when he has to iron his own shirt.
That's women's work.
You know what? I don't want you coming home tonight after all. I seriously can't deal with your ridiculous and selfish behavior. I have other things to worry about instead. Stay at your mom's house because this door is going to be locked for the rest of the night.
Fine then, I will.
Great.
So, have you thought about how you were acting yesterday? Are you ready to apologize?
Apologize for what?
You know what. Look, just kneel down and seek my forgiveness. If you actually do it, I'll be laughing all the way home.
You've lost your home. It's gone.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I don't want you coming back at all.
Hang on, but why not?
Well, let's face it. You've made it very clear that you don't want to help me with the baby when she's born, so you can stay where you are. I don't need some useless and lazy person getting in my way when I'm trying to take care of a newborn baby. I mean, I'll have one helpless child to look after and make sure nothing bad happens to them. I can't be dealing with looking after a selfish toddler as well.
Look, it's like I said, all you have to do is just beg me to come back home, and I might consider coming back and maybe helping with some things, like holding her every now and then. All you have to do is swallow your pride and apologize.
I have absolutely nothing to apologize for, and the fact that you're trying to blackmail me into saying I'm sorry for no reason whatsoever just shows what your true character actually is.
Huh? What do you mean?
You're nothing but a selfish, sexist, and horrible little man who, apparently, can't feel good about himself unless he's trying to force his pregnant wife to beg him to come back home and help her out with the baby that they are only weeks away from having together.
But this isn't fair. You should listen to your husband when he tells you to do something.
Are you really being this petty right now? You're getting angry and annoyed at me simply because I won't beg you to come home?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the man of this relationship, not you. I don't want to be shown up and made to feel emasculated. You need to just do what I tell you when I tell you to do it. That's what a good little housewife would do.
Okay, 1, that's incredibly sexist. And 2, I'm not a housewife. I have a job. I am just on maternity leave.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Wow, good comeback.
Yeah, look, if you don't do what I say right now, then there will be consequences.
Consequences? What are those then?
Well, you'll just have to wait and see. Of course, if you do what I tell you to, then you won't have to deal with them.
Uh-huh. Well, whilst you think up some consequences, I'm going to get back to baby-proofing the house and setting up my daughter's nursery.
Duh, why can't you just be a good little housewife and do what I say? How hard is it to listen to your husband? Stop being so disobedient.
Disobedient? Where on earth has all of this come from? You weren't this sexist and crazy when we first got married.
Yeah, well, this is who I am now. Deal with it.
And this is the kind of dad that you're going to be to our daughter? Crazy and sexist and selfish? Trying to teach her that she's less than boys and men simply because she's a girl?
What I teach my daughter is up to me. Now, are you gonna beg me to come home like I told you to?
No.
Well then, I guess you'll just have to raise the baby yourself then. You could have saved yourself the trouble if you just done what I told you to. But you're simply too stubborn for your own good. I'm gonna go and relax now then. My mom has made me a nice dinner and I'm gonna just watch some TV and go to bed. What are you gonna do? Stay up all night working on the nursery and reading baby books all by yourself? It's not very attractive, you know. We'll have to have a proper conversation about all this when I get back.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Hey, there's no need to be so grumpy. This is all your fault anyway.
Okay.
I'm going now. Okay, very well. Delilah, where have you gone? Why aren't you home? And why can't I get into the house? My key isn't working. What have you done to the locks?
Oh, Sean. You finally decided to go home, I see? Well, I say home. It's just a house for you now, for all intents and purposes. It's not your home anymore.
That's exactly what I'm on about. What have you done? Why can't I get into the house?
Well, I've changed the locks. That's why.
Huh? What do you mean you've changed the locks? Why?
The house is mine. That's why.
What are you on about? The house isn't yours. I'm the man, so the house is mine.
Actually, it isn't. Do you remember when we were first looking for a house to buy? You were on minimum wage at the time, having just started your new job. So we decided, or well, more like you forced me to put the mortgage in my name, as I was earning more than you. You didn't want to deal with the payments, but you didn't care if I had to. So, yeah. So it turns out that I'm the one who gets to decide who lives in my house, not you.
Hang on, but that's not fair. I live there too. I should get a say in what happens to it.
Actually, you don't live here anymore.
Look, you and I are gonna have a proper chat about what you can and can't do. You're getting way too used to just doing whatever you want, and it's not a good trait for a woman to have. You need to get used to doing what I tell you to as your husband. I can't have you teaching things like this to our daughter.
Actually, no. I'm never going to have a conversation with you ever again.
What do you mean?
I've filed for divorce. I've actually only just got back from my attorney's office this morning.
What? No way, I won't give you one.
It's too late. I've already contacted some lawyers and they are more than happy to represent me in court if it comes to it.
I can't believe you're doing this to me. How selfish can you get?
I'm not being selfish. I've just finally realized the type of person you are. And let me tell you, it's not someone I want to be with. I don't want a husband who is constantly belittling me and telling me that I can't do something just because I'm a woman. I deserve so much better than that. And I'm certainly not going to let you teach my daughter that she's less than a man. She's so much more than that.
Fine then, if that's the way you want to be, then I'll divorce you and I'll take full custody of the baby too.
No, you won't. I've already spoken to my lawyers about this, as I knew that you'd try to pull a stunt like this, and they've said that due to all the evidence of your clear lack of interest and care towards my daughter, we'll be able to make sure that I get full custody, not you.
What?
Yep. So I'm going to continue living in my house and getting ready for the arrival of my daughter. As for you, I don't care what you do, as long as you're nowhere near me.
You absolute witch! This isn't how things are supposed to go!
Well, until you learn how to be a proper man, one who respects women, I don't think you'll be finding things going your way for quite a long time. Anyway, the divorce papers will be with you soon. I've got to go now, because I've got quite a few things left to get ready for my baby girl. See ya.
You've really done it this time, Delilah. Just you wait. I'll show you! Delilah?
I divorced Sean in the end. He tried to fight it at first, but after the judge saw how he had been treating me and how he was so disregarding of his unborn daughter, he sided with me in the end and gave me the divorce. I've since had my baby girl, who I decided to name Hope, and we have been living happily together for the last few months. It's quite hard being a single mother, but it's also incredibly rewarding, and I love every moment that I get to spend with my daughter. Last I heard, Sean ended up moving back in with his mom after I kicked him out. Also, with his new sexist attitude, he's not had any chance with relationships. Who knew that women didn't like to be treated like an object from the 1950s? Well, I mean probably everyone apart from Sean. But if he's rejected enough, maybe he'll eventually learn that times have changed, and he needs to as well if he wants to have any success in life.